Well, we're here with Jordan Rodgers here at the SEC Media Days. Jordan, great job as always on the SEC Network. I heard you making some comments about JT Daniels, a guy you've got some pretty strong opinions about.
I think JT is fantastic, and when I do my homework, I always like to go back. And so I actually talked to Jordan Palmer, his quarterback coach out in California last week, who I respect as one of the best in the business, and he is so high on JT's ceiling this year, as am I. I mean, when you watch this kid on tape, the first thing that jumped out last year was pushing the ball downfield. Now look, everybody in college football can throw the ball 60 yards. Doesn't mean everybody can be an effective deep ball passer, and JT puts so much air under the ball, throws with such amazing touch and accuracy on the outside, he's able to allow his receivers to make plays for him. So that part, he's going to do just as well. But the next part, I think this next year that he's going to excel at is the pre-snap stuff. Getting them in the right protection, getting them in the right looks, winning the line of scrimmage, and winning the down before the play even starts. So JT is going to have a meteoric rise. I think he's going to have a Joe Burrow type season. That's one in a lifetime. But he's going to get up there. Numbers are going to wow us. I think he's going to be a guy that's going to lead Georgia a long way down into the postseason.
It's year 2 of Todd Monk, and he's actually got a spring behind him. What does this Georgia offense look like in your mind?
It's interesting that, my biggest question mark is, from a personnel standpoint, what is Georgia going to do? Because JT seems like, in the past, works best out of a spread type scenario, right? That's just who he was in high school, what he did before he transferred to Georgia. But this offense, the personnel, they're so deep at running back. They're so deep at tight end. What kind of personnel groupings, what kind of formations is Georgia going to be living in? But here's the X factor. I think Gilbert, you call him a wide receiver, call him a tight end, call him whatever you want. He's a tight end. That's athletic. But if you align him where George Pickens normally was in 90% of Georgia's snaps to the X, singled up to the boundary, now you give JT Daniels the answer to the test. Because the defense has to choose. Do you put a linebacker? Do you put a corner? And whatever they do, that tells JT exactly what the coverage is. So Gilbert is an answer to the test for JT Daniels. So be interested to see how Monken uses him, moves him around, if he puts him in that position to really stress the defense. I'm excited. They're deep at so many levels. I think receiver, they're underrated. I think Jermaine Burton is a star, and I think A.D. Mitchell is going to be a big addition as well.
We had you on Dog Nation earlier this year. You predicted big things for the Georgia Bulldogs this year. What's the biggest hurdle for Georgia to get that elusive national championship?
I just think it's consistency from the quarterback position. Again, I feel comfortable with that. But again, look back over the last, 4 or 5 years, when has a team won the national championship without elite quarterback play and consistent elite quarterback play? We've seen a small sample size from JT, 4 games, excelled. I'm really excited about it. I want to see consistency across the entire season. And then the other question mark will be on the back end, right? I mean, Georgia answered the deficiency they had on the back end through the transfer portal, something not a lot of schools are able to do. Georgia is able to do that because everyone wants to play for Kirby Smart and this team. So I want to see that back end come together. I have no doubt they will, but those would be my 2 questions.